Howdy folks, welcome to Post to Post. My name is Neil, and some interesting news dropped out of the NHL today. It was their new Stanley Cup Playoffs logo or graphic. Now, it's been actually a long time coming since we've seen a variation or an iteration of the logo. I think the last time that it changed was 2013. So we're going to look at the new logo, and it's not just the one Stanley Cup, it was just Playoffs logo. They've got the Finals version. They've got other versions. They've got team-themed versions as well. And we're also going to take a look at the history of the logo as well. Not all of the history, because there's a lot of iterations throughout the decades, but we're going to start at the beginning, which is 1989, I believe was the first one, and then work through some drastic changes throughout the years. So I'm going to show you what the new logo looks like if you haven't already seen it. If not, you should follow the NHL on Twitter. But let's bring it up here, and we'll dissect this just a little bit, but then we'll go back in history and start from the beginning in 1989. So first impressions are, I actually really like it. I love the detail on the actual Stanley Cup. You can see some of the, you can't make out the text and whatnot, but you can see, the initials and carving and stuff in the cup itself, which is really good. The specific shading on the top of the bowl is incredible. Even the bit of shadow on the left and the right, just giving it a bit of perspective coming out side of the shield kind of shape in behind is a really, really nice touch. I absolutely love that. The shield itself is great. It's nice that it's contained in a bit of a barrier, I guess. The text down below, whatever. This is different. We're used to seeing the text in the logo. Now it's almost a different element altogether. I don't think that we're going to see that text in the patch. So for example, wrong side. So for example, I am wearing the my Braden Point one. I got the patch on there. I've got some others as well. I mean, this is 2018. Ovechkin on the back. We've got this one, which I'm actually looking to sell, by the way. If you're interested, let me know. The Dallas Stars went to the finals a couple of years ago. And I've got some others as well, but I want to... Actually, I'll show this one, because this one is recent as well. Yeah, I've got two others as well. I'm going to hold off on those just for now. But you can see on this patch here, we've got the text in here. This one says final, but the regular patch, I just don't see this coming together as a patch. It would be a very awkward patch. It would be so disconnected. So while we currently, as I'm filming this, I've not seen the patch, I suspect that we're not going to get any of the text. We're just going to get this upper graphic here that we're looking at. Just the shield, just the cup, just the year. That's what I feel like. Maybe those be like playoffs somewhere in the bottom, but not Stanley Cup playoffs, not big like that at the bottom. And then maybe final at the bottom for the finals one. I'm not sure. We'll wait and see. But I do like it. Now, I will say, going back to first impressions, what I don't like is the year being split. Having 20 on one side and 22 on the other side. Obviously, I know what it is. It's the year, but it just feels so disconnected and a little bit awkward. So I'm not exactly sure how to fix that in this specific iteration. Maybe move the numbers down onto the bottom of the Stanley Cup, and I don't know. But anyways, just a little criticism there. Now, the second one that I'm going to show you is the graphics really, really small. But this came from the actual NHL.com site. Just another variation of the logo itself, kind of a side lay or horizontal version of the logo. And then there's the Stanley Cup Final version, which is essentially the same thing, just mirrored, and it says Final instead of Playoffs. And then they have a really, really horizontal one that's laid completely flat, Stanley Cup, and then the logo, and then Playoffs in 2022, and then the same version which says Final. Those two are very, very tiny graphics. Those will be for any kind of maybe television graphic or a digital ad or something like that. That's not something that we're going to see on jerseys. That's not something we're going to see probably on social media, unless it's like a banner or something on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. So, really ignore those. Now, I want to go back to the original kind of first Stanley Cup final patch, or Stanley Cup patch rather, and that goes to 1989. And it's okay. It's pretty good for the first version. Thinking back to 1989, the way that they've done the shadowing with the stitching and stuff is actually, they actually did a pretty good job, I think. And then it remained that general shape up until 2004. And then this was the last version of that kind of shape. Now, it's obviously changed quite a bit from the 1989 version to the 2004 version. And if you want to see all those changes, I would recommend going online and looking at those. I can't show them all. There's way too many. But two of the jerseys I have here are actually just one of them. Come within that time frame, and that's the 1996 Stanley Cup patch here on the Colorado Avalanche jersey. And you'll see similar ones like that if you look online. So if we jump ahead from 2004 to 2005, 2006, because there's a lockout year, there was no 2005 Stanley Cup playoffs. This is the first kind of modern version of a patch or a logo that we've gotten. I thought it was very good. I loved seeing the Eastern and Western kind of, good versus evil almost in a way, different colors, symmetrical, which is really great. This is one of my favorite logos that they've ever done. So I was a big fan of this one. And then that remained until 2008, where they've, only 2 years, and they've kind of switched it up a little bit. This one is off-centered. It has balance issues. I personally wasn't a huge fan of it. Also, the text kind of splits the cup up, and there's no writing on the text either, so which is kind of a bummer. But it was okay. So this was 2008, obviously, as you can see in there. And that remained until about 2012, I think, and then 2013, they've created what we essentially know as the current logo, not including the new one that was just announced, but the current logo. So from 2013 until 2021 playoffs, this is a logo that we've got. I really like it. I think it's balanced nicely. The only thing I don't like about it is that the text splits the cup. So we get the top of the cup, we get the bottom of the cup, and the text in the middle. It's okay. I think the text itself is maybe a little bit over stylized, but I love the fact that the year is all together down below. So it's obviously very close to this one here. The year's down below. It's not split, which is great. And then the other one sorry, I had another jersey I wanted to show you. This is from 2007. So this is one of probably my favorite iteration of this logo, or a version of it anyway. And so now I'll bring up the current one again, the one that was just announced, so we can take a look at that. So we've gone through the history a little bit. We're back to the announcement. Is this logo better than the previous version, the one that we've been used to from 2013 to 2021? I don't know. I don't know if it's better, but I don't think it's necessarily worse. I think it's better in some aspects. I love the fact that you can see the entire cup not separated. I think it is the primary element, as it should be. The text should be secondary. We know it's the playoffs. Let's see the cup. So I like the fact that they made that the primary element here. But it has its negatives as well. Like the previous version, I love the fact that the year was together. This one, it's split up. So I don't think it's better, but I don't think it's worse. It's just kind of a different variation of it. I love the more modern look of the cup on this one. I like the shield in the background. I like a bit of the shadowing, but I want to reserve my full comments until I actually see a patch. And I'd like to get this patch in person once it's made, and then maybe we can do a side-by-side comparison to see what actually looks better in person when it's stitched on a jersey, and really make our final decision at that point. So I'll leave it as is right now. I'll go 50-50. I like things about both. I dislike things about both, but I would love to hear from you guys. Like this is the point. This is the reason why I make these videos. The point is to get your guys' feedback, because I really love the community here that we've built, and I love when you guys chime in with your thoughts. It really gives me a good impression about what the majority of people feel like, or have opinions on. And there is no right, there is no wrong. It is all subjective, just like our logo rankings we do on the channel, or our jersey concepts or whatever. So we'd love to hear from you, regardless of your opinion. Even if you disagree with me, I would love to hear from you. So I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you're new to this channel and you want to see more hockey content, please hit the subscribe button. If you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow in a new video. Adios.